Hey everyone, welcome back to Master Coaching Podcast. I'm your host, Ajit, and today I'm thrilled to dive into 4 transformative coaching ideas that can make a significant impact in your personal and professional life. This episode is inspired by my conversation with the serial social entrepreneur and best-selling author and my dear friend, Miki Agarwal. The first topic I want to explore with you is one that has really impacted my life and career in many ways: practicing intentionality. Most of us go through our days on autopilot without intentionality and getting easily pulled into multiple directions, reacting to whatever comes our way. This often leads to stress and it decreases our productivity. However, by starting our day with a clear intention through a ritual, we can align our actions with our goals and values, making our efforts more focused and making them more effective. These are intentional practices that we incorporate into our routines to help center our minds, set clear intentions, reduce the stress levels, and maintain a steady course throughout the day. Unlike habits, which can be automatic and unconscious, rituals are performed with a mindful awareness and a very specific purpose. To bring more intentionality into your and your clients' lives, follow the morning intentional ritual technique. This simple yet powerful practice sets the tone for the day by helping clients focus on what truly matters and approach their tasks with clarity. Here's how it works. First, encourage your clients to start their day with a few minutes of dedicated to setting up their intention. It doesn't require much time. Even 5 minutes can make a significant difference. Secondly, find a quiet space. Ask your client to find a quiet spot where they wouldn't be disturbed. This could be a corner of their home, a garden, or even a peaceful part of their office. Third would be to center themselves. Have them take a few deep breaths to center themselves. This helps in clearing the mind and preparing for intentional thinking. Then comes setting an intention. Guide them to think about what they want to achieve and how they want to feel throughout the day. It could be something specific like, I'll complete my project today, or more general, like I will approach my tasks with calm and positivity. Visualize success. Ask them to visualize themselves successfully carrying out these intentions. This mental imagery can reinforce their focus and motivation. The morning intentional ritual not only helps in clarifying what needs to be done, but it also aligns the client's mindset with their goals. This intentional approach ensures that their actions throughout the day are purposeful and directed towards their desired outcomes. Another powerful idea that Miki and I discussed is to deeply connect to this practice is spaciousness for creativity. Spaciousness for creativity is about intentionally creating time and mental space free from distractions and obligations. In our busy lives, finding time and space to think creatively can seem impossible, but it's essential for innovation and for problem solving. Creating this space allows your mind to wander, explore new ideas, and make connections that might not happen under pressure. Think of it giving your brain this breathing room it needs to spark creativity. When we are constantly bombarded with information and tasks, our brains can get overwhelmed. Creativity thrives in an environment where there is room to think, reflect, and play with ideas. Without this space, it's challenging to come up with innovative solutions or creative insights. So let's talk about a practical technique that coaches can use, you can use with your clients, the thinking day. I love this one. This technique involves setting aside an entire day, or at least a few hours, dedicated to creative thinking and reflection, without any interruptions or distractions. The first thing you want to do is mark a day on your calendar and treat it as a non-negotiable. This is your thinking day. Next, choose a location that inspires you. It could be a park, it could be a quiet room, it could be your house, it can even be a cozy coffee shop. The key is to find a space where you feel comfortable and feel free from your usual responsibilities. Before your thinking day begins, it's important to disconnect from digital devices. Turn off your phone, avoid checking emails, and stay away from social media for the day. The goal is to minimize distractions. You also want to set a clear intention for your thinking day. It could be brainstorming ideas for a project, reflecting on personal goals, or simply letting your mind wander. During your thinking day, engage in activities that stimulate your creativity. This might include journaling, sketching, walking in nature, or meditating. Allow yourself to explore ideas without judging or filtering them. Let's imagine you're working on a new business idea but feel stuck. You take a long walk in the park, notebook in hand. As you stroll, you jot down random thoughts and ideas. Later, you sit by a lake and sketch out potential solutions. You have not only come up with fresh ideas, but also gained a clearer perspective. This thinking day isn't just about generating ideas, it's also about recharging your mental batteries and reconnecting with your creative self. Try scheduling one for yourself or suggest it to your clients and watch how it transforms your approach to creative challenges. The next idea I want to share with you is understanding different mindsets. This is all about recognizing and appreciating the diverse perspectives that people bring to the table. Have you ever found yourself frustrated because a colleague sees things differently than you do? Or maybe you've struggled to understand where your partner is coming from during a disagreement? Let me show you a fascinating technique that can help bridge those gaps. It's called watching the movie technique. I love this. This is an incredibly useful tool for anyone who finds themselves caught up in the heat of the moment, whether it's a personal conflict or a professional dispute. So, what exactly is watching the movie technique? Essentially, it involves imagining a conflict or stressful situation as if you were watching it on a screen. This allows you to step back and view the events more objectively, reducing the emotional intensity and helping you analyze the situation with a clearer mind. Why is this important? Well, when we are directly involved in a conflict, our emotions can cloud our judgment. We often react impulsively, which can escalate the situation. By visualizing the scenario as a movie, we create a mental distance that enables us to observe our own behavior and that of others from a neutral standpoint. This perspective can lead to more thoughtful and constructive responses. Here's how it works. Ask your client to sit comfortably, close their eyes, and take a few deep breaths to relax. Once they are settled, have them visualize the conflict scene as vividly as possible. Imagine the people involved, the setting, and the dialogue. Your client is not a participant. They are spectators watching the scene unfold on a movie screen. Step 3 would be to describe the scene. Encourage your client to describe what they see. Ask them to notice details they might have missed in the heat of the moment. Facial expressions, body language, the tone of voice, background. Then step 4 is to observe objectively. Guide them to observe the character's motivations and emotions. What might each person be feeling or thinking? What are their underlying concerns or fears? Step 5 would be to identify the key moments. Help them identify the key moments where the interaction could have taken a different turn. What alternative actions or words could have changed the outcome? The watching the movie technique not only helps clients gain insights into their own behavior, but also fosters empathy by understanding the perspectives of others involved. It's a powerful tool for de-escalating conflicts and fostering healthier communication patterns. The fourth and the final idea I want to share with you today is leveraging personal narratives. We all have stories that shape who we are. These narratives influence our beliefs, behaviors, decisions, and how we interact with the world. If you believe you're not good enough or that success is out of reach, those beliefs will likely become self-fulfilling prophecies. On the other hand, positive and empowering narratives can propel you forward, giving you the confidence to pursue your dreams and overcome challenges. So by becoming aware of these narratives, we can reshape them in ways that serve us better and align with our goals. But how do we apply this in coaching? Here's a technique you can use with your clients: the narrative reframing exercise. This exercise helps clients identify limiting narratives and reframe them onto empowering stories. Start by asking your client to write down a story they tell themselves about the challenging aspect of their life. It could be related to their career, to relationships, or to personal growth. Encourage them to be as detailed and honest as possible. Step 2 can be identifying limiting beliefs. Once they have written their story, ask them to highlight any limiting beliefs or negative assumptions within it. These are the parts of the narrative that hold them back or make them feel powerless. Step 3 is to challenge these beliefs. Are they based on facts or are these assumptions? Have there been times when these beliefs were proven wrong? Finally, work with them to rewrite the story from a more empowering perspective. Instead of focusing on limitations, highlight their strengths, past successes, and the potential for growth and positive change. Let's imagine a client who believes they're not good enough at public speaking because of a few past failures. Their story might be, "I'm terrible at public speaking and I always mess up." But reframing, they could write, "I've had some challenging experiences with public speaking, but I've learned valuable lessons from them. I have the ability to improve and succeed with practice and preparation. The narrative reframing exercise not only helps clients see their potential, but also empowers them to take control of their personal stories. It's a transformative process that can lead to greater self-awareness and confidence. Each of these ideas offer practical steps you can take to improve all areas of your life. I hope you find them as valuable and impactful for your life like they have been for mine. Stay tuned for next week's episode. If you found these ideas helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with someone you think might benefit. I'm your host, Ajit, and I'll see you next time.